So Josh, what do you think of these irons here? These are the Callaway 01T irons. Now, would it be fair to say that these are a cheap alternative that if you hit them well, 80% of golfers should definitely ditch what they've got and start using them. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is have a look what Josh is gaming right now. He's gaming a set of Forge Tech irons. Now, they're very similar.
Very similar.
Very similar. I mean, even look at the little bit of weighting in the toe on both of them. So we're going to put them to the test. We're going to be testing Josh's 9-iron, Josh's 7-iron, Josh's 5-iron up against the 9-iron, the 7-iron and the 5-iron of this cheaper alternative. Come on, Josh, what do you think of these? Let me give you... Let me give you this 4-iron. Go on, have a look at that.
So, I mean, the first thing I would say, and when you took these out of the box,
Yep.
they look very similar to my clubs.
Mate, they look the same.
Which, in essence, is going to, I think, is going to play into my hands because I'm not looking down at anything different.
So, looking down at the ball, what do you think?
Well, first thing, in fact, do you know what? The top line's maybe a little thicker.
I thought that, you know, I thought it was a little thicker too.
We're not talking massive amounts, but a little thicker than my Forge Techs currently. But the first thing I would say is they do look nice down there, and I think that's, we said it in the Ricky Fowler video, that's a big thing. You got to like what you're looking at. So that's a tick for me straight away.
Now these are significantly cheaper than yours.
How much are we talking?
How much do you think?
These maybe 600 quid compared to
For
my
the set,
8?
600 quid.
600 quid?
499 quid.
A man of what, 800 and something probably?
Best part,
Around
900
there?
quid.
Best part, £900. I mean, if they work, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? Important to note, both in the same shaft, so KBS stiff shaft, and you look down at them and it's just, look how similar they look. Like, you can barely tell them apart.
Literally. Which one's which, by the way?
This is mine.
Okay, that's the Forge Tech.
And this one's
It's the top line.
Yeah.
The only thing that is, it's a bit duller on yours here than that one. But
you
look at that
wouldn't
toe
really
as
be able
well.
to
That
tell.
toe is so similar.
I'm excited to see how these go. I think, looks-wise, you can't really tell them apart, so...
The only thing I think, yours look a little sleeker.
Yeah.
These look a little clumpy, like head size looks a little clumpy in my opinion. But don't let me put things in your mind, mate.
No, I won't, mate. I won't, don't worry.
Okay,
I'm going to give you a fair test on these.
I want you to set some averages. So I want you to hit 3 away with your 9-iron,
Yes.
3 away with your 7-iron, and 3 away with your 5-iron. We'll give everybody averages, and then we'll get into this cheaper alternative and just put them to the test, because we need that benchmark of what yours go if we're suggesting people should think about changing to a cheaper alternative.
Yeah, let's see how they go. So 3 9-irons first then.
Yeah, so 3 9-irons first, hitting them away. Baller. A little skinny, but we'll keep it in there. That's what these irons are for, right? That's
Exactly, a little bit thin. A little bit thin.
Right, 3 away, grab your 7-iron now. Pure, mate. Pure.
Yeah.
Pure. Look at him here. Ripped. Absolutely ripped. Right, so we've now set a benchmark of exactly how far they've gone.
Well, not sure.
9-iron 152 on average, 7-iron 187, then 5-iron 202. Very, very impressive. Now, just to give you an idea of how strong these lofts are, because that's important when we're comparing them, because they're literally very, very similar. 9-iron is 39 degrees, 7-iron is 29.5, and 5-iron is 23 degrees. Now remember, these are the best part of £900, over $1,000. Good averages so far, mate. Yeah. It's now time to put these to the test. I still can't get over, if I'm honest, like how similar these irons look. Like even look at the back profile. I know this is like all brushed, but very, very similar. So the idea is behind these irons right here, they're essentially a hollow-headed iron, very forgiving, strong lofted, lighted it higher, easier. Essentially, pure, mate. Pure. Could this be a really good, cheaper alternative? Now time to see, as a club golfer, Josh is going to put them to the test. Right, mate, 9-iron in your hand. Yes. Let's hit this away. This is going to be really interesting. So the lofts are pretty much the same.
Very similar.
Yeah, with this 9-iron and your 9-iron, We're bang on the same. 39 degrees, 39 degrees.
I can't believe how similar they look. Like,
Mad.
It's like I've not changed the club.
Right, come on, hit the first one away. You say what, you swing it good for a mid-handicap, are you?
Pure. That's really pure.
Go on, how far?
It's gone 158.
158
so
versus the good.
Up at the top end.
Your irons, these ones here, are actually sort of got a forged face in them.
Yes.
So do they feel harder, firmer, softer than this Cali iron?
One thing I say is when I catch them out the middle, you can really tell the difference.
Yeah.
And they are hollow head, so that's obviously part of it. But you get that feeling of like, that was nice.
Yeah.
Where that hit that nice end, I didn't get that same feeling. One thing I say is these do feel a little heavier.
So the head feels a lot heavier.
Yeah. But can't complain with 158 with a 9 iron.
No.
So.
Come on, another way. Let's prove it wasn't a fluke. Oh, bit of a miss hit.
A little bit thin, but again, not bad. Do you know what I mean? It's these kind of clubs you want to be a bit forgiving. 144, okay, so it's a little bit shorter distance, but if I miss-hit mine, it's probably a similar distance.
Because you've got to think, we want the miss hit to still go a decent distance. That's the key thing we want to get out of these.
Yeah, and if I'm 9 away and I'm hitting it 144, do you know what I mean? I'm not unhappy with that. So, not bad. Let's try and hit another good one.
Little left.
A little left, but a nice strike. Again, it's one of them where, let's see what it comes out at. 171. Now, again, that's obviously way further than mine went. And obviously maybe because it's a little bit of a draw, but...
First verdict, come on. First, what are your initial thoughts?
First verdict, for £400 less.
Do you feel they look clunkier, sleeker?
I feel that it's that
Go on,
top
grab your
line.
9-9 then. Grab your 9-9 out here.
It's that top line that's the slight difference. It's this.
I still don't know which one's which.
This one's mine hit on the back. So it's this here that I see. It's like this is a bit sleeker, but I mean we're being very picky there. Do you know what I mean? You're being very picky. You can't really tell the difference.
I mean, people looking at this now thinking, "Blumming out, I
What are you on
can't
about?
even tell." Nice strike.
Nice strike. Yeah, very nice.
Mate, they're going high.
They are going high. A little bit off balance, but again, a nice strike.
How's it feel to your 7-9?
I almost had to check that it wasn't my 7-iron.
So you think?
Oh, wow.
You think it's still going? Don't tell yardage yet.
Sorry.
So you think they're going the same height, similar feel, just apart from what you've said so far? Would you echo same as 9-9? Head feels heavier.
Head feels heavier, definitely, but I think it's important to note that I'm not fitted for these, and I'm not really fitted for mine either.
No.
They're just a stiff shaft. So.
What's good actually, by fluke, they're just the same shaft.
Yeah.
Okay, final one with 7-9. Pure, mate. I'm not gonna lie, mate, I had to do a bit of a check on it because that is some serious wheels.
Yeah, it's a big 7-9 that. It says 195, and that's what happens when you're ball striker.
Now look how similar that is. Now there was a difference of 0.5 a degree in the 7-irons, but these are exactly the same. Josh's 7-9 was half a degree stronger at 29.5, whereas the Callaway was 30 degrees. But these are both 23. So, I really didn't know how this is going to come out. When I hit this, Josh, mate, honestly, it was like a rocket. I found it went high, so I'm interested to see. I'm not hitting one. Don't you even think about me hitting one.
Okay.
Stiff as a board. But it'd be interesting to see if you feel they go higher, what they feel like in terms of off the face. Because no, in fact, go on, hit it. I don't want to put ideas in your mind. I mean, did you fat that?
Not fat, a little bit toe side. A little bit toe side.
Well, keep that in though, because like, what do you expect with the 5-iron? It's not going to be perfect every time, is it?
No, it's not. It's got 182, so probably a little bit shorter than I would want. But I'm a club golfer, I'm a mid-handicapper, that's the game, innit? So.
Exactly, mate. Right, come on. I hope you really get this one.
No, that's terrible.
Chunky town.
That's terrible.
I think we'll just do 2 more again.
Yeah. Terrible.
So verdict then, I mean, you've hit the first 2 a little bit heavy, we'll keep the first one in there, but we're going to just hit 2 more just so we want to get basically 3 pretty good hits.
I mean, I think it's more down to me than the club. I
Yeah.
just think they're 2 bad swings.
Does it still feel heavier?
Does definitely feel heavier, 100%.
Look different, look clunky, or still the same?
No, still the same, I feel. It's still got that wider top line, but it's going to this slightly different, aren't they? But let's...
Come on, get 2 decent ones here.
I really hustled it.
Mate, this video's got to end at some point.
Come on, right, well, you're going to have to end, because we've only got 3 balls left, so... I mean, it's gone 190, it's not...
Okay, we'll keep that in there then. Okay, so we need one more good one out of those 3.
That's better. That's better. Definitely.
Satisfactory hit?
Not satisfactory distance. I think it felt better, but I think this is interesting actually, because those last 2 felt very different. Like, and one was up at 190 odd,
yeah,
and that was at 183. Where we look at what I was hitting my 5-iron, and I don't know whether that's the forgivingness of the head, maybe. That's maybe a bit of tech.
There is definitely a little bit more tech in your Forge Tech irons. Like, if you think like, so your Forge Tech irons, they've got what Cobra say is a power shell technology, helping increase ball speed across the entire face. They've also got hollow body design, foam filled to enhance ball speed, and a tungsten weight. Whereas all I can find here is sort of a mid-size head on the 01Ts for low to mid handicap golf players, and they've got progressive weighting and a lower centre of gravity in the longer irons to help that launch. Like, I've not seen those irons there go particularly high like I saw.
And I think for me, that's maybe where I might see the difference from the cost perspective.
Maybe.
In those longer irons.
Well, when you're a ball striker, what can you say?
That's coming back to bite me, that, isn't it? Right, let's hit one more, see if we get a really good one out.
There we go.
Oh, that's better. So that was a good one, that felt good. It felt like it was more out the middle as well.
Now this is really, really interesting. So just remind you on the side of the screen here were Josh's averages with his 9-iron 152, 7-iron 187, 5-iron 202. Really, really good. And you sort of see a steady increase between them. Like if you plug the gaps with 8-iron in there, sort of in the 165 range, and then with 6-iron sort of in the 195 range. This is what the Callaway 01T irons, remember, they're a lot cheaper, and I found them very, very good up to 5-iron. Like, I found them really good. So, your 9-iron average, 158, which is longer, perfect. Your 7-iron with the Callaway, 191, longer, perfect.
Yeah.
Now, the thing I question, and this is why it's interesting, like a club golfer, mid-handicap doing this test, is obviously 5-iron is never going to be a consistent club. And reality is, we're not going to hit that club all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we want to be good, we want to see those scoring irons there do a little bit more. Like, if we looked at the bag here, if I grab them, and the reason why I'm saying this, if we said, if I grab your the 7-iron for this as well, really testing me where this is.
Yes, can you guess? Ooh.
Yeah, I got it right. If we're honest, right, if we're good with them, we'll be pretty happy. So 6-iron down to pitching wedge, 5-iron, 4-iron, if we're okay, then all right.
Yeah.
But most people would carry hybrids, so this is why I'm sort of saying this a little bit, because your average, Josh, with the 5-iron was actually less, 186. And if we're honest, they weren't the best strikes.
No, they weren't, and I don't know if that is obviously down to me, but also how forgiving my 5-iron is.
So, you're saying potentially not the same technology, but the big question is, price point.
Yeah.
Are they better considering the price point? And should 80, like, I don't know why I said 88, but let's just pick a random number. Should most golfers get these?
For me, I think that, this is going to be a bit controversial, from up to 5-iron, these are perfectly fine. I think where the money comes into it maybe is that forgiveness in those longer clubs. And people might poo-poo that and say, well, I just didn't hit them that well. And that comes down to it. But guess what? As a mid-handicapper, that's the thing. But do you know what? They're not bad, them. I think if you got used to them and got used to that 5 and 4-iron, 100% put them in the bag.
There you go.